Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Heavenbound podcast on this late upload.
Yep,
Sorry
what's
about
up,
that.
man?
Yeah. So today we're doing a questions and answer or Q&A video. So we have a few questions and we have our answers to that
Oh
coming
yeah.
right up on Heavenbound podcast.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We're staying
Okay,
tuned.
so thank you for staying tuned. Now is your moment.
Welcome back to Heavenbound podcast. Okay. Our first question, we're gonna make this one first because was basically I forgot to write the whole question, but it's Bible verses for kids.
Yeah, Bible verse for
So
older kids, you know.
there's this person who has a youth group who basically wanted some verses for our kids. So here we go. I'm not going to read them. I'm just going to read the verses,
All these verses talk about, like kids' roles and like kind of
how they should behave and
yeah,
what they
and like
are and
what
how they're important. So
exactly.
first we
Exactly.
got Proverbs 10:1, Proverbs 20:11, Psalm 127 verse 3,
Oh yeah.
Psalm 119 verse 9, Colossians 3:20, and Proverbs 1:8 through 9.
Yep.
So those are the yeah
Those are the verses. Feel
verses.
free to check them out.
If you would like to check them out, you can. If you would not like to check them out, then that wasted your time. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But that's for person I forgot the username, and I'm not going to say the real name because
What are you talking about, John? We don't know any of these people.
okay, buddy.
Anyway, moving on. Someone just said do the Trinity. So I assume you want us to explain the Trinity. You're asking what is the Trinity? That wasn't really a question, but we're gonna give an answer, I guess.
Oh, I thought you were doing it. Okay. Why
Oh,
are
okay.
you
Well,
hitting your stand?
I'm testing the shock mount.
Oh,
Is it making noise?
nope.
See, then it's working.
Okay, the Trinity is a way of describing who God is. And it might sound a little bit complicated, but here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine an egg. It has three parts: the shell, the whites, and the yolk. All of them are an egg, but they're all still separate. The Trinity
Hmm.
is kind of like that. God is one being in three different parts. So basically, yeah, so egg, yolk, shell, whites, they're all the egg, but they're separate from each other.
And if you're like, I can't think about it like that, you're not the only one. No human can physically understand it, but we can get an idea of it, and that is the only idea we can get of it. So just take from it what you will, don't take what you can't, and we'll be hunky dory.
You could also think about it like water. Water is ice, water and steam. They're all water, just different. I think the egg yolk one is a better one though because they're all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, the next person said hi. Hi.
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, so hi, how are you? Um, Let us know in the comments below how you are. Yeah. You
Like,
know who you are.
hey, don't forget when we hit 50 subscribers, we're dropping the hairbrush cover. We're about done with the hairbrush song. About to move on to the water buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been cooking some stuff up. Been
Yes.
cooking.
So our next
Um,
person said, "What is a true Christian?"
so there's two definitions for this. There's two ways you can think about this. There's what we would describe as a Christian, as Christians. It's either someone who is saved, or if you want a dictionary definition, there we go, of what a Christian is. It is someone who believes in the Christianity religion, which basically means you're saved. So they mean the same thing. It's just two different viewpoints.
Yeah, the
Did you
way I
know that?
see it, a true Christian is someone who puts their faith in the Christian God, not any other gods, by accepting
Um,
him into their lives, which usually comes with reading the Bible, praying, going to church, being baptized, all that
no,
jazz.
being baptized is not necessary to be a
It's not
Christian.
necessary. None of
It's
that's
just
necessary.
it's well, reading the Bible is definitely necessary for being a Christian, in my opinion.
But you don't have to. To be saved, you don't have to read the
I
Bible.
mean, yeah, but in
It's a
order to
good thing
stay,
to do. You should do it
but in order to stay saved, if you
in
don't have
order to
anything to
stay
fight,
saved. I
in
think
order to,
praying is necessary, not necessarily reading the Bible.
but if you don't have the word, you can't fight Satan. Don't forget the word's your sword.
Good point. We'll do that. Read your Bibles, pray, do all that jazz,
Put the word in your heart. It says it right there.
all that fancy stuff.
All right. Are we going to move on?
Yeah.
Now this one kind of ties into the last question, so we decided we put them right next to each other.
Yeah. So, how do you know when you're saved? I'm going to put it very, very simply so we can move on because we just
Mhm.
really touched on it a lot. You know you're saved when you pray the sinner's prayer and accept Jesus in your life as the Savior of the world.
Romans 10:9. If you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus Christ is God and that Jesus died for your sins, then you will be saved. That's I probably worded that wrong, but it's
You
saying
definitely worded it a little bit wrong, but that's the idea.
that's the idea of what that verse is saying. It's if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. There we go. Romans 10:9.
Something like that.
See, it's in there.
Okay.
And it's more importantly, it's in here. I'm pointing to my chest for those on Spotify.
The left side of your chest specifically.
Yeah, the heart, my heart. Um,
Yeah. So we're
anyway,
gonna move on because we kind of already touched on that. What kind of music do you listen to as a Christian? Me and Elias both listen to different kinds of music. So I'll go
so this,
first.
this is gonna be fun.
I think you can listen to any kind of music as long as it's not mocking God. But I think a Christian should like at least listen to 50-ish% Christian music and praise through it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you can
And
listen to what you want, but you should also listen to Christian music. That's
my viewpoint is, here's my viewpoint. This is my viewpoint for everything. Videos, movies,
well, movies is
music,
later,
obviously.
so we can save that.
Well, my point is, if you would not play that song, if Jesus was there and you wouldn't play that song, you shouldn't be listening to it. Anything you wouldn't play in front of Jesus, you should not listen to.
Well, I mean, he is there, so
Yeah, but if he was physically there, because that's how you kind of have to think about it, because spiritually there, if someone can say Jesus is always there, but if you can't see him, it's not, you have to be able to visualize him, and that's when you'll start. That's really just a good way to live life. Always live your life like Jesus is physically sitting right next to you, because he is.
yeah. I
Who,
like that viewpoint. That's a
who
good
do you,
viewpoint.
who'd you just wave to?
Jesus.
Oh,
no,
I thought someone like walked in the room. I was like,
no, no, no. I went to Jesus. Jesus isn't like that.
yeah, my mom walked in the room during a podcast one time. She just walked in. I was just like, uh, hi,
Dude,
mom.
mine did too one time. I don't think anybody knows that.
You know what? Go back, watch the episode, see if you can find it.
So yeah, see if you could find when our
And while
moms
you're
walk
there,
into the room.
like this. Oh, I tried to do a plug and I just can't, bro. I tried to do a plug. Like the video. Oh, but I mean, again,
Like and subscribe and follow us on
if you
Spotify.
think there's someone that you think would like this, send it to them, share, get it out there, and yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Is watching horror movies okay? We
You want
just
to you
said
want
this.
you want to go first or should I?
As long as it's not mocking God, and as long as it's not that kind of movie, you know what we're talking about. I
You know
think you
what
can
we're
watch
talking
whatever
about.
kind of
You,
movie you
you
want.
know what we're talking about. And as for horror movies, again, it depends what's in it. I'm personally not a horror movie fan, but that's not so
Me
much because
neither. I don't like.
that's not so much because I think it's against God as it is as much I don't like horror movies.
I just think they're weird. There's really, yeah. I mean, why would somebody watch a movie about somebody getting killed?
Yeah.
That's
Also,
the whole plot of the movie.
again, like I said, Jesus is sitting there on the couch next to you. Are you gonna show him that movie? Be
Probably
honest.
not.
I would not show Jesus The Shining.
I would not show Jesus Terrifier or
I
Terrifier 2 or Terrifier 3.
but anyway, so there you go. There's our honest answer. If Jesus was sitting there, would you still do it?
Yeah, that's probably the best way to look at things. Now, this one's a goodie. What is the best translated Bible to understand? One of my problems is it uses olden words and I can't understand what it's saying.
You can't understand the yield
The
future
olden
tense.
days, ye olde
Yeah, I mean,
Bible.
listen, I think personally that no matter what version you're reading, whatever you read that feels a little iffy, always trace it back to the King James Version because that is the oldest English version of the Bible we have. That is the most direct translation we have that has been
Yeah, well, like
officiated.
personally, I read out of King James and New King James when I'm like recording with podcasts. But that's just to make it easier for the audience. So, I mean, I guess New King James. You could also read like a kid's Bible if you're younger, or really don't have that kind of vocabulary, even with New King James. If you're,
My turn. My turn. Judah. This is Judah's question, by the
oh
way.
yeah, this is our editor, so we can say his name.
Yeah, we can say his name. He's already been on. Judah, I'm talking to you, buddy, and anyone else who might find use in this question. Use the King James Version, but I think the amplified version and some parts of the NIV are useful.
I also had NIV is another one that I.
NIV is a bit iffy though, so I wouldn't use that consistently, but I mean,
Well, they use it in a
amplified.
lot of churches.
y- Yeah, but there's like some iffy stuff in there. Like they changed a little bit. They changed the wording and it's kind
I
of like
personally have never read out of the amplified version. I didn't know that was a thing for a long.
the amplified version basically takes those Yodan words, but they put them into English after. Like they give you like little like parentheses of what it means and like what the context was.
Oh,
So it's basically just it's just an explanation Bible. So Judah and anyone else who needs this, but I'm talking to you, Judah, because I know you asked this, Judah, and we love you, Judah.
love you,
You
Judah.
should love you, Judah. Love you. I don't have two hands. Love you, Pookie.
Love you, Judah.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh. Um, yeah, but read out of the amplified version.
Yeah. So this is our last question, and this is a big one. What are your big plans for the future of the podcast? And also, alternatively, what is, in your opinion, the best fast food restaurant?
What do you mean alternatively? We're gonna answer both.
Yeah,
Because
because
we're simply the best. Also, I didn't read that part of the question, but we're simply like that. Anyway, we're not the best. That was wrong of me to say. We should be humble. We are not the best. We are God is the best.
amen, brother.
That was my bad, guys. I slipped up there. It's my bad.
We all make mistakes, Jaglayastathan.
Oh, we're not no, not on the pod. Not oh. Do we have to explain? I feel like we have to explain that now. You can't
Oh
just
my
drop
god.
that.
Okay, so my name is John.
Nothing else.
A lot of people think my name is Jonathan. It is not.
I,
My name is John, not Jonathan. So
and
people
so
kept calling me Jonathan.
I called him Jonathan one time because I
I
thought it
said,
was
okay then, Jaglayastathan.
and you might be wondering, wait a minute, your name's Elias. Where did Jaglias come from? Jaglias was a thing that a friend in theater called me for a show. Just the entire show, that was all he called me was Jaglias. So John put the two together. So now my name was Jagliasathan. So I went right back at him. I said, okay, Jagonathan. And it's just become a running gag. So that's our nicknames for each other,
That we
Jagliasathan,
haven't used
Jagon.
in a long time.
Yeah, we have not used it on the podcast yet, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, we haven't used those names for each other outside of the
I
podcast in a
know, like
very,
what
very long
happened?
time.
I mean, I'm still my name for you on my phone.
Yeah, that's still my name for you on my phone too.
Oh gosh.
And also Ginger Jackie Chan, if
Oh
we're
no,
talking about
no,
iMessage.
we're not talking about that story. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So
That's why I love the
basically,
podcast.
this podcast is going to go wherever God takes this. We're doing this podcast for three reasons: God, you guys, and ourselves. So wherever we go will be determined by what God and you guys want. So, Elias, favorite fast food restaurant?
I've personally been a big advocate, big advocate, if you know what I'm saying, for McDonald's. Listen, it might be a Mc heart attack in a bun, but gosh darn it, it tastes good.
It does. I love McDonald's. Personally, my favorite is either Taco Bell or Lee's famous recipe fried chicken. I eat the spicy
Ooh,
though, so it doesn't really.
that Lee's chicken.
Lee's chicken is so
Mm.
much better than KFC.
Honestly, so someone's gonna consider that a hot take. It's not a hot take.
It's not a hot take. Lee's
You
is
just
by
got
far.
some bad chicken taste.
KFC crispy chicken is great, but Lee's spicy chicken is the best thing that they've ever created for food. I swear.
Mm. Anyway, I like McDonald's because it's
I eat
fast,
McDonald's more, but
it's
it's
cheap,
also cheaper
and
than
it's
Lee's famous recipe chicken.
pretty tasty.
It is pretty tasty. Lee's is also cheaper than KFC, which I find weird because it's better than KFC.
Well, it's because it's like not as, commercialized.
Good point. Well, anybody who hasn't had Lee's, you should go find your local Lee's and try it. This
To
is my
anyone who hasn't had
recommendation.
McDonald's, how?
Exactly. Anybody who hasn't had McDonald's or Taco Bell, you're just doing something wrong.
I don't know, man. That was as you can clearly tell by my physique.
I think my suits hide my physique, but I'm also a fatty.
Yeah, we're both we're all little foodies inside. It's just some of us are also foodies outside. Anyway,
We all need food to survive, but some of us need more of it.
yeah. And some of us just want more of it, but that's beside the point. Man shall not live by bread alone, but gosh darn it, I live by a lot of bread.
Well, that is the last question we have. Elias, is there any question you would like to answer that we didn't get?
Any questions I would like to answer? A lot of people have kind of asked, like, about a couple people have asked about the cover, like in real life, and the cover. Listen, we are getting all that set up. I think we're gonna try to record Saturday,
We're gonna
maybe.
re-record it because it was off the time and we didn't have headphones, so we couldn't
Yeah,
hear
we
the
didn't have
accompaniment.
headphones. So I recorded the hairbrush song by myself, or at least my parts. Don't worry, I'm not completely stealing it.
I'm Junior.
Shh,
Oh,
shh.
my bad.
Shh.
But you
Okay, there's your sneak peek, guys. Shh.
don't have any hair. You've already
Those,
given them a sneak peek.
well, you just gave him another, John.
Oh,
Anyway, but yeah, no, we got most of hairbrush recorded, and once we can get John here, we're gonna have him come record
with
the
Elias's
other most
4K
recent.
camera and professional studio microphone. Me
Yeah,
using my base computer camera and microphone. I'm
uh,
going to upgrade eventually, guys.
yeah,
Don't
it's
worry.
just, it's just time. I just had the money, like I just had
And
it,
I
and
don't.
yeah,
So
I
you can
wasn't
tell what
gonna,
I spend all my money on.
yeah. Well, honestly, it's kind of impressive how cheap he gets these suits for, bro. He goes thrifting and he gets these like really high quality suits for,
Don't tell them that. I'm gatekeeping. No, I'm
oh,
kidding.
oh, whoopsie.
Thrift stores are my favorite thing in the world.
They
This
are
jacket
because
I got for $3.
they know him by name.
The place where I got this green jacket from, they do know me by name. My friend went there and they mistaked me for him. And they were like, dude, don't you have like a whole closet of suit jackets already? Because he was buying one. He was like, no. And then the guy was like, that's weird. A guy who looks a little bit like you comes in a bunch and buys some suit jackets. He's like, is his name John? And he's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
this is name John.
is his name John? Yeah. So that's an interesting story. They
All
know
right,
me.
John. You know
They know
what?
me where it's known.
We're gonna test some people's commitment right now. If you made it to the end of this episode, here's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna give you a slight sneak peek to the narrator voice for the hairbrush song. We're just gonna drop a bunch of leaks, and that's how we're gonna test our fan base.
That's my junior impression. It's not
Your
very
mic cut
good,
out,
but he
John.
sucks at singing.
So the thought had never occurred to him. No hair? What would this mean? What would become of him? What would become of his hairbrush? Then he stumbled back and laments. And there you go. There's the narrator voice.
And we already have the Letty voice up
Yeah,
on our YouTube Shorts page, and now you have the junior voice. So You've gotten everything you're getting until 50 subscribers. Probably not.
50 subs. So share this video. Get your friends to subscribe. Get your mom to subscribe. Get your dad to subscribe.
Get your grandma who's in the nursing home to subscribe
You know that kid that says alone at lunch? He shouldn't be. You should go sit with him.
and ask him to subscribe.
Exactly. Oh no, but seriously, guys, thank you so
Sit with
much.
that guy. Sit with that guy at lunch. Seriously.
Yeah. Also, thank you guys so much for the support. I know we posted on a community post today, but thank you all so much for the support. It was
We
very
have a whole 33 subscribers at the, or maybe 34.
34 actually, John.
34 subscribers at the time of this recording. So thank you so much. We expected to get like two.
Yeah, we were not expecting this to like get anywhere, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still not anywhere, but it's gonna.
Well, you know what? We're
I
getting
have
there.
faith in the
We're
podcast.
growing.
Yeah, we're growing. It's growth. It's showing. Boom. This is how much we had when we started,
John's hand is at his chest.
and this is how much we have now.
John's
30.
hand is now at his head.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, maybe a little bit lower. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 23. Wait, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So we're down here at my thigh, and now we're at my head.
But my point is, guys, thank you so much. It really means a lot to see us growing, and I can't wait to hit 50 subscribers. It is going to be a joyous day when we release that cover of
Yes,
the,
and it'll be awful, and you guys will make fun of it, but trust us, we're better in person.
something
We're
like
theater
that.
kids. We can sing, kind of.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
we have some, accounts that say we can sing.
Well, we have a lot of accounts that say that you can sing, Elias.
Well, there's accounts that there's arguments that can be made that you can sing.
From who?
Me.
Oh. We got one supporter from you guys. Okay, anyways, thank you for watching the
All
video.
right, see y'all.
God bless you guys.
I'm stealing John's line. Have a blessed day.